What's going on? I'm Tony Bursick. If you don't know me, I'm an online fitness coach. I help men who are struggling to balance health and life and work and all that stuff and make sure they're still actually improving their health and, their mentality, their confidence, realistically every aspect of their lives. So, today I'm going to be talking about the 6 main factors that contributed to me being able to lose 60 pounds in 6 months, okay? These are the 6 key factors to getting in shape while working 50 hours a week, because I was working 50 hours a week when I lost this weight. So these were the 6 things that helped me go from A to B. So I'm going to break these down for you, and you're going to know exactly what you need to do, what you need to focus on, and make sure you prioritize in order for you to still lose a weight while you're still working these crazy hours and you're still living your life. So honestly, I'm going to stop yapping. We're just going to get straight into this. Okay, so these were the 6 factors that helped me get in shape. Okay, so as you can see, I I got some pretty good ground to stand on for this. Okay, this was me when I first started losing weight, and then this is me now. So it's some pretty big improvement if you ask me. Okay, but anyways, let's just get straight into this. The 6 key factors to get in shape while working 50 hours a week. So the first factor is going to be discipline. Okay, you need to build discipline. There's going to be days where you don't want to go to the gym, where you don't want to eat healthy, where you just want to go to work and go home and then eat takeout and lay down and watch TV or go to sleep. You need to do the things that you need to do regardless of how you feel. You need to go to the gym regardless of how you feel. You need to eat healthy regardless of how you feel. You need to do these things, because if you don't have the discipline, then you're going to make no progress. Because coming from someone who lost weight while working 50 hours a week, you don't want to do this shit half the time. You don't want to go to the gym over half the time. You don't want to eat healthy all the time. You don't want to. You're tired. You're drained from work, especially if it's physical. Like mine was pretty physical, my work. So I'm telling you right now, you need to have discipline. Otherwise, you're not going to stick with it. You're not going to do what you need to be doing. You're just going to fuck off. It's the truth. You're just going to fuck off and not do the things that you need to do. Now, the second thing is time management, okay? This one is so important, because you already have 50 hours of your week gone. You need to manage your time so that you're still eating healthy, you're still meal prepping, you're still cooking the things that you need to cook, because it takes time to do that, which is why you need to meal prep, so you save time throughout the week on like cooking and shit like that. And you're already working long ass hours. You don't want to spend 2 hours in the gym. You don't have the time to spend 2 hours in the gym. So what you need to be doing is managing your time there. You can't be fucking around. Don't be talking to everyone. Don't be scrolling on your phone in between sets. You should be in the gym from anywhere from 40 minutes to 60 at tops. You don't need to go all the time. And you don't need to go every single day either. If you can go at least 3 times a week with the right plan, then you're going to see progress. You're going to see progress. That's all you need at the bare minimum. If you can go 4 times a week or 6 times a week, it's better. It's better for most people. Some people, 3 times a week is all they need. Everyone's different, but everyone's schedule is different too. And you need to do what's going to work best for you. You need to manage your time considering your schedule. And so you can still do the things that you need to do and improve and see progress. Time management is so important. And the way I manage my time was by using, Google Calendar. I use Google Calendar. To this day, I still use it. I'd actually map out when I'd go to sleep, when I'd wake up, when I'd eat, when I'd cook, when I'd go to the gym, when I'd go to work, when I showered. Every single thing I mapped out. When I'd go to the grocery store, everything's mapped out. So that way, there's no also wasting time on thinking about what's the best option. What's the best option? What's going to be best for my time management? You do all of that. Once a week, you map out the week, spend 30 minutes doing it to an hour at most, and suddenly your whole week is set up. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Now, the third thing, routine. You need to build a routine that's going to work with your schedule, okay? Because once you start to build routine, it becomes easier and easier and easier. You have to follow it, you have to stick with it. This goes back to discipline a little bit, because it's going to be a little hard at first to fall into that routine, but once you get into it, it's so easy to stick with it. Like when I was on month 3 of losing all that weight, bro, it wasn't like I was losing weight anymore. It didn't feel like I was trying to lose weight. I was doing something hard. It felt like my daily routine. It felt like the usual, the casual. It's a regular day for me. So you need to build a routine and get into the routine so you actually do what you need to do and it becomes easier. It's going to be a little hard at first, but it becomes easier the longer you stick with the routine. And it needs to be a routine that's going to work daily with your schedule. I'm not talking about it being easy at first. I'm talking about it working with your schedule. Okay? There's a difference there. Make sure it works with your schedule and make sure you stick with it all the time, because before you know it, it's just another day in the life. So the fourth thing, caffeine, okay? You're working long ass hours, okay? You know, I get you want to be healthier. Odds are you're already a caffeine addict if you're working 50 hours a week. Caffeine is such a beneficial thing. I'm not kidding, because you're going to be tired after work. Let's say you go to the gym after work. Some people go before. It all depends. Either way, you're going to be tired if you go first thing in the morning. You're not going to want to go straight to the gym. But then again, you're also going to be tired if you are trying to go to the gym after work. You're going to need caffeine. You're going to need it. And especially if you're just getting into the gym, shit, you're going to be tired waking up to go to work too, probably. Caffeine is going to be such an important thing. Don't overdo it. Don't be drinking 10 energy drinks a day or 10 coffees a day. But if you use it properly, it is such a good tool to make sure that you are actually staying energized and sticking with the things that you need to do. When you're working crazy hours, caffeine is such a beneficial thing whenever it comes to balancing the gym, fitness, like health, and work. It is such a beneficial thing that technically, yeah, if it's abused, then it's not healthy. But if you use it the right way, if you don't abuse it, then it's not technically healthy, but it's going to help you. It's going to help you actually be able to do this, to lose the weight, to get in shape, if you use it properly. So, the fifth thing, consistency. Okay, you don't need to be perfect. No one is perfect. When I lost all that weight, I was not perfect. I did not have a perfect 6 months of perfect dieting, perfect sleep, perfect training. No, I had bad days. I had days I slipped up, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to just get back on track, and you have to be consistent, because the more consistent you are, the better results you'll see. It's simple as that. If you have 3 perfect days, eat absolutely perfect, no problem whatsoever. And then you have those 4 days, or let's say it's the other way, 4 days of perfect eating, perfect training, everything. And then 3 days where you don't train and you eat like crazy and you eat like shit. Then those 4 days don't matter anymore. You just destroyed all that progress. But if you just have 6 days of consistency, then for one, not perfection, consistency, okay? You may have one little bad treat, whatever, or, maybe you don't go to the gym that 7th day, whatever the case may be. If you have a couple treats here and there, you don't abuse it. That consistency over those, even 6 days, let's say the 7th day, you ate a little bit more, you honestly would still eat better than you would over those 3 days if you were trying to chase perfection, just because of the fact that you're not going to be craving it as much because you already indulged a little bit. You're not going to be craving that break because you already indulged a little bit when you were trying to just stay consistent. That 7th day, you wouldn't have as bad of a day when it comes to going off track compared to the 3 if you were trying to be perfect, okay? Which means you would see more progress. Those 6 days beforehand wouldn't be destroyed. And honestly, that 7th day, odds are you're not even going to end up falling off track. You're just going to stay consistent because it's easier to stay consistent than to try to be perfect. Okay? There's nothing wrong with having, let's say a donut. Like honestly, I have a donut almost every day. I was doing that. I don't as much anymore, but I was having a donut every day. I still lost the weight. I did that my most recent cut. I'm down about 25 pounds. I was still eating a donut here and there. I was still eating takeout every now and then, but it was in control. Overall, if you look at the big picture, I was consistent, which is why I lost the weight and which is why I don't hate my life, because I still indulge in the things that I enjoy. I wasn't trying to be perfect. Whenever you try to be perfect, you're not going to see the results you're looking for. You're going to fall off track. And when you fall off track, you're not going to stumble. You're going to fall flat on your fucking face. And when you fall flat on your face, it's so much harder to get back on track. And now, the final thing. Your reason, okay? This one is so fucking important. It's the most important one of all. Your why, your reason. Why are you trying to lose weight? Why is this important to you? You have to remember that. You have to remind yourself of that every single day. Because when you remind yourself of that every single day, when you're on this journey, when there's days you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to eat healthy, and you remind yourself of your why, then it pushes you. It keeps you on track. That's how I lost the weight, because my why, my reason, was because I was told I was fat by my father. And I was called fat by my friends. I was picked on. I didn't want to ever be in that situation again. I was insecure. I had no confidence. I had no sense of identity. I didn't want to be that person anymore. So my why was to gain a sense of identity, to become confident, to become proud of myself, for my dad to become proud of me. That was my why. So those days where I just wanted to fuck off and give up, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't want to eat healthy. The days I just wanted to give up completely, I reminded myself why I'm doing this, why I'm pushing myself so hard. And that helped me push through those bad days. And when I pushed through those bad days, I got closer and closer to my goal. And before I knew it, I was there. I became a new person. I gained a sense of identity. I became confident. I gained respect from people, from my friends. I gained respect from my dad. He became proud of me. I felt genuine. He talked about me with pride. He showed photos of me with pride, especially compared to when I was bigger. He was proud of me. He had pride talking about me. Eventually, I got there. But I had to remember my reasoning, my why, the whole way. Because if I ever forgot that, I would never be where I am now. If I didn't have a reason, if I didn't have a why, I never would have made the progress and gotten where I am now. Which is why you need to have a reason. You need to have a why. And you need to have that, write that shit down on a whiteboard. Make it your wallpaper. Make it a daily notification. Whatever it is you need to do. Make sure that every day you are reminded of your reason, of your why you're doing this. If you focus on these 6 factors, I guarantee you can get in shape. I guarantee you could lose weight. I guarantee you could put on muscle. Whatever it is you're trying to do, if you have these reasons listed, if you understand your reason and you have these 6 factors all in place, you are actually using them and have them dialed in, you will get to where you want to get to. I guarantee it. And you know what? Some people need more guidance. Some people need someone to help them along the way. I need the help at the start. I had my stepbrother and I had someone who's now my best friend, but at the time was just an older kid who I knew of, help guide me. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having someone guide you, have someone help you. And now that I am where I am, I guide other people because I had someone help me. I know how it feels to have someone help you get to where you want to get to change your whole life. So now I'm doing that for other people. And you may be someone who needs someone in their corner, needs someone to guide them, to help them get to where they want to get to help them get their dream life, get the confidence, get the physique, get the respect, get the sense of identity. If you need that help, I'd be more than happy to help you. And there's 2 ways we can go about this. If you want help from me, either A, go to the link or the caption, bio, and book a call with me. There's a link in there. You can book a call with me. The other option is go to my Instagram, which will also be in the bio, or it's Tony Bursick with 2 C's. Go there and send me a DM. And I will reach back out to you as soon as possible. And I will help you transform your whole life. I'll help you become who you want to become. I'll help you focus on these 6 factors, get them locked in, get you where you need to get to. And before you know it, you will be a different person. you will have the dream physique, the dream confidence, the dream life you are looking for. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope all these factors help you out, and I hope you're able to actually lock them into your daily routine and really embrace them into your life so you can actually progress and become better and become who you want to be. I got nothing else to say.